So I don't know about you guys, but I am a huge fan of stealth games, and well, the stealth in Garry's mod is questionable. The reason why I say that is because, well, pretty much there is no stealth in Garry's mod. Now, we have taken a look at a few stealth mods in the past, of course. However, this one's a bit different because, well, as you can tell from this guy looking at us, it's inspired from Payday. If you don't know what Payday is, it's a heist simulator, I guess you could say, where you and up to 3 of your friends can try to rob a bank or jewelry shop or really anything that allows you to steal things. And it's one of my favorite game franchises that unfortunately has not been doing so well. This is Luna's detection and assault system, and it's a very cool mod, and this map is kind of in a way compatible with it. Let's go ahead and see how this works. Now, when you do approach an NPC, they will start to have a meter that fills up. When that meter does fully fill up, you'll get that exclamation point, and they will start to, well, murder you. Although this guy actually does not have a weapon. So I do believe that's a problem with this map. This map is kind of buggy, so please excuse that. However, the way it's set up is awesome because it works really well with this mod. Now, when you do enough damage, you can, well, get rid of the suspicion. And that's not all, because as you approach the corpse, you'll see you can hold E to disguise. Now we have taken their bodies as a disguise, and this is one of the annoying bugs that I really ran into. Sometimes the ragdolls, after you take the disguise, will just freak the hell out. And it's pretty funny, you know, typical source jank. But I actually had this kill a lot of the guards outside, so I'm gonna go ahead and try to remove it, because it's way too hazardous. Alright, now that we've gone ahead and taken that out, we can see that these guards do have patrols. And, you know, if this was typical Garry's mod, every NPC would be hounding us right now, but this mod is doing its job. Now, we do have a mission. We have to break in to get a computer to download some blueprints. Now, some weapons do cause noise. If you were to shoot, I mean, look at that. You could see their detection meter starts to go up. But what do you do if you want to stay hidden? While pressing the H key, you can put your weapon away, just like, well, in Payday. Although I guess not really, because in Payday, when you do pull your weapon out, you have to pretty much keep it for the rest of the mission. But you'll notice that it takes a lot longer for them to detect us, because, well, we have that disguise. Now, if we do take him out, as you can see, that was a loud weapon. This dumpster that I strategically placed here can hold bodies, and you can drag bodies and put them in here. Now, this map is multifaceted. There's a lot of ways you can go in, and I like that about this map. We're going to go ahead and take the rooftop approach. Now, if we come up here, we can see if our weapon's drawn, they're going to detect us immediately. Now, no matter what you do, they will detect you, because, you know, as they get a closer look at you or look at you long enough, they'll realize that you're wearing a disguise. However, we can go ahead and hide behind a prop to reset it. And I don't know about you, but in which way can you just walk around these Combine like this and not instantly get detected? But what do you know? A very convenient trash bin. Now, if we were to go ahead and use a quiet weapon... Wait, how is he still... Oh... I see. That is the problem with this. Even if you take them out silently, that's not enough. I don't know what this guy's doing. He don't even care. Oh god. These guys down there can see us. The big issue with this is that they can see the bodies you leave behind. And that's obviously problematic, because if they see a body, they're going to assume someone killed them. Now, we can of course go ahead and drag these into the dumpster. Not that it really matters, because we have already been discovered. I don't know if that fixes it or not. Nope, now this guy sees us. Thankfully, there's a trash can right there, which is really convenient. Now, you guys might notice, okay, this mod's a little buggy. And it is. It's an alpha, I believe, so don't expect everything to work perfectly. However, now we can go ahead and jump down. And I also do want to show you guys this. Now, normally it is off screen, but we can see on the bottom left, we have a little menu telling you about your disguise, pretty much giving you your armor, your detection rating, which can differ depending on which disguise you take. It's pretty cool stuff, you know, really immersive. Now, what about this guy? some of the NPCs will not move around. Now, if you do want to get rid of your disguise... uh-oh. I think someone found us. Go ahead. Oh, hello. Didn't even see this dude. Now, for some reason, again, all these NPCs don't have weapons, but I'll show you guys what this looks like on Construct to give you a better idea of how this works. However, if you did want to get rid of your disguise, simply press the G key and you will drop it. You can then choose to get another disguise, although I'm going to do it right next to this dumpster because, again, the ragdolls love to freak the hell out. Alright, let's go ahead and try a different approach. I say we go in from the back side. Now, the good news is we do already have a disguise, but they are very sensitive to bodies, as we've seen, so it's always a good idea to hide the body if you can. Alright, we're going to go ahead and go in this way. Now we can see we have multiple areas we can go. We can go for this guy, but since he's not moving, I'm going to go ahead and leave him alone. Oh, but this guy over here is definitely in our way, and we have to do something about it. So let's go ahead and whack him. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, so we almost got screwed there. He almost saw the body, and that again can really end your run quick. But thankfully we did move him out of the way. Now we're going to go ahead and take this guy out. If one does get detected, it's totally fine, as long as he doesn't have time to alert his buddies, which he can, because that is a part of this mod. Alright, we're going to go ahead and throw him into the dumpster. Now we need to get some gear that I strategically stashed early on, and that is this thing. Now, of course, it looks like a coupler for Half-Life 2, but in this game, it's the thermal drill from Payday. You know how you had to install the drill, wait for it to break down. Now, that's going to take a while. I did customize it, which this is a good time to mention this now, but just simply type in this command right here, and it'll pop the settings menu up. This is where you can change all of the settings for everything, including a list to add even more NPCs to have this mod work with. Tons of really cool stuff, even some music settings so that you can add your own custom music. I'm obviously not going to go through all of these things because everything is pretty much adjustable, and that would be a very boring video if we just looked through that the entire time. But would you look at that, we have cracked the case. Now, this door's not supposed to be here, but let's forget about that for now. Okay, this is all very ramshackle and jank, you know. Trying to make this work in Garry's mod is very difficult, but it's pretty fun when you can really set it up. Now, I don't know which floor we have to be on, so we're going to have to kind of wing this a bit. Nothing there. Let's go ahead and go up here. Alright, what about here? I believe this is the roof access, which, you know, we did get a good look at. And yes, that definitely is. Now, if we were to try to take this guy out, quickly pull his body in. Oh, no, that's not how you do that. Come on, man, you're gonna get me caught. Alright, this floor definitely does look better. Now, again, putting your weapon away will be, well, way better than just walking around with it out. As you can see, it takes way longer, so we can even just walk around, kind of just look at everything that we want, and then even if things do get dicey, we can simply just jump out of a window or something. Although there's also people down there. Now again, there's multiple ways that you can approach this. There's tons of different access points. Eventually, when you find your way in here, you can take this vent, and this vent can kind of take you through the entire complex, which again is pretty cool. And of course, this is very reminiscent of the Payday games. As you can see, we are back out on the roof. Kind of funny how we keep ending up here. But I'm on a mission. We are going to find that computer, and I believe I just found it. There is a combine here, but we can of course take our crowbar and just whack them. There we go. Now we don't have the exclamation mark below us, which means we are safe. I don't think anyone's going to see his body. So let's go ahead and just download this. It says download in progress up there. Pretty cool stuff. Now this is a good time to mention while we wait. There's also a bunch of entities that you can use, like an ammo bag to give you ammo, or of course a health kit to give you health. And we even have a metal detector, which will alert people if you walk through with a weapon that you're not supposed to have. Alright, now it says escape, and that shouldn't be too difficult considering we can just jump out of this window right here. Alright, and it's simply a quick getaway. And drive secured. But now let's talk about the alert system. So these Metro Police officers, as you can see, they can detect us. And once one of them finds us, the others will follow suit. Now they're going to hound us down. Now something in Payday that is really cool is there are things called assaults, which are pretty much a momentary endless wave of enemies that constantly bombard you. And it's pretty fun. Now that's typically when you do want to hunker down and play defense. We can do that apparently too with this mod. Simply type this command in, start assault, and the assault will commence. Well, you see, first you have to type this command in. That will enable the assault. Now, we should be able to activate it. There it is. Assault triggered, starting control phase. Now, we can see all of the NPCs are starting to come after us, and, well, this is the time when you want to bring out the heavy artillery. So it does not look like it spawns more NPCs. Hold on, anticipation phase has begun. Never mind, it just spawned in some more NPCs, so it will constantly bombard you with Metro Police officers, and again, this acts just like the Payday games, which I think is pretty dang cool. But as always, I'd love to know what you guys think down below. I gave you a pretty good example, at least as best as I could, of how this mod can work. It still is rough in many areas, of course, but it is a cool mod to check out if you're a fan of stealth mods, and if you like Payday, then this is a double whammy. But let me know what you guys think down below, and they even have the banner up there, which is pretty cool, just like in the game. Unfortunately, oh, there they are. As always, links will be in the description. If you do want to leave a like or subscribe, I would really appreciate it. Also, check out my channel NecrosVideos down below for Pokemon content. I also want to thank Wallahi for suggesting this in my Discord. I should have mentioned that earlier, my apologies. But of course, if you guys do want to suggest anything down below, check out my Discord in the description, and have a great day. Until next time, thanks for watching, and farewell.